Hi guys, in this video, this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a little teddy bear head. Now I have started two just to show you. So you actually need two sides, a back and a front, and then you're going to need some contrast colour to do the snout, and then also you'll need a black or a dark yarn to do the eyes here, as you can see, and the snout. You'll also need your scissors, a darning needle, and I'm using a 4mm hook, which is a G6, is it? G6. So I'll get started here now. I'm going to use the blue as the main colour. I'll do one face for you, so you can I'll do one teddy bear front, and I will do one teddy bear back, or I'll do the face, and then I'll show you how to sew it all together. So for this, we're going to do a magic circle, a magic ring. So when I do the magic ring, I hold my hand here, I wrap the roll around my hand, I cross it, hold it with my thumb there, and I bring it just under my past my ring finger, and I just literally just hold it a tiny bit. I don't hold it too tight. So then I get the hook, bring it from the back to the front, turn it, and bring it back under the yarn that's at the back, and then gently you have to bring it through. Now with this, what I do then is I let go my yarn and hold it here with this hand, and then I just have the one chain that I have here on it just to bring it together. I'm literally going to do 10 half trebles into your magic ring. So a half treble is yarn over into the magic ring, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, and bring it through all three. Now just a pointer on this, if you're doing your magic circle or your magic ring, make sure that both you're working into the side that has the two tails, that has the actual yarn going around, and the small piece. If you work on this side, you won't actually be able to pull it. You won't be able to pull your circle closed. And that can cause an issue because you'll end up having to start all over again. Now sometimes you can wrap your yarn in here if you wish. If you find that you're running out of space, just pull it a little bit to close it over. If you need more length to actually do your half treble. So we've 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you're going to do now, when you get to here, you're going to get your piece of yarn, the tail of your yarn that you've just worked around, and you're going to pull this closed, keeping in mind that if you take your needle out, make sure you put your stitch mark around it, and then pull the tail tight underneath. Now we're going to sew that back in later on, but we won't do it at the moment. So then insert your hook into the first half treble, and you're going to just slip stitch it. So slip stitches, just put your hook in, bring your yarn through the first one, through the chain, and then bring it through the chain that you're working on. A slip stitch really is just to bring you from A to B, or to close what you're actually doing. So you do one chain up, and now for this round you're going to do 2 half trebles into every chain that you have. So you should have 20 at the end of it. Okay, so there's one. Second one is into the same chain space. So into the next one, we're going to do 2 half trebles. And 2 half trebles into the next one. So I get a bit of yarn here. 2 half trebles into here. Same space. 2 half trebles into the next one. Now, depending on the size, the thickness of your yarn, obviously you would go up with your you would go up with a hook size or down with a hook size, or use a half size bigger or half size smaller, depending on how whatever way you crochet. Sometimes people are actually tighter crocheting, some people would have a looser stitch, so you can gauge from that when you're doing your work around. So if I don't do there yet, two into here, and then I'm going to do 2 into this one because I know I don't think I have 20 here. Sorry, I'll just count these here. Just from the safe side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Yeah, I'm going to do one more into this. It's quite difficult actually trying to count your stitches when you're looking through the camera. Okay, so you slip stitch into the first one like you did on the last round. So it's yarn over, you put your hook through your chain, the top of your chain, yarn over, bring it through, and then yarn over, bring it to the second one. So that's closing off your second round. So you're going to do one chain, and then in this one you're going to do one treble or one half treble into the first one. I'm actually going to go into the same chain space that I did there for the first one. So I do one half treble into here, and then you do 2 half trebles into the next one. 1, 2, 1 into the next one, 2 into the next one, 1 into the next one, and you repeat this all the way around. Now on to 2. This will, I think it's a little bit thicker than normal, so I'm actually doing it slowly so you can hopefully follow along. So next one is 2 into it. 1, 2, 1, and then 2 into the next one. You can do all different colours, all different variations. So the 2, 1, so 2 into the next one. Colour combos, whatever you want. Colour changing wool, colour changing yarn. Now obviously if you wanted to make a larger one, you would do more rounds. So 2 into this one, 1 into the next one, 2 into the next one, 1 into the next one, 2 into the next one, 1 into the next one. Now I'm just going to take this out and count it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So I'm going to do 2 into the next one. Just to make it even, so you have your 30 into your teddy bear. So now we're going to slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch here into the first one chain space. Okay. Now on this one you have to do another row. So I'm going to do my half treble into the first one. I'm going to do a half treble into the next one. And then I'm going to do 2 half trebles into the next one. So this round it's 1 half treble. There's 2 in that one, yeah. So we do 1 half treble, 1 half treble, and then 2 half trebles into the third one. And we continue doing that all the way around. So it's 1 half treble, 1 half treble, and then 2 half trebles, So 1 half treble, 1 half treble, and 2 half trebles. One and 2. All the wool is gone everywhere. Okay, what did I do the last time? 2. So I'm on 1. 1 and 2. 1, 1 and 2. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, yeah. 1. 2. The next one we do 1. Into the next one we do 1. 2 into the next one. 1 into the next one. 1 into the next one. And then 2 into this one. Here's the last one. So now I'm going to slip stitch to the top of this one, which isn't the 1 chain space because it's the last, that's your last round. So from here, what I'm going to do is, you don't do any chains, you don't do anything. So you count 1, 2, so back from the one you're in. So you're in this one, so you go back 3, 1, 2, 3. So into this one here, through it, you are going to do 7 trebles. So that's 1 treble. So treble is yarn over, into your chain, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, bring it through 2, and yarn over and bring it through 2. So that's 2, 3, sorry, I should have pulled a lot of yarn out first. Oops. Start again on this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, so this is the 4. So we're working into the same chain space here, the same chain that we started on the first one here. So you can see it there, you can see it starting to take shape. We're working into this one here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more, 6, 7. So now what you're going to do is you're going to count 3 back, 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch into the 4th one. Okay. No, actually don't do slip stitch into the 4th one, I don't know that. Do it into the 3rd one. Slip stitch, so yarn, wool or hook in, yarn over, bring it through, and bring it through. So you can see now that's going to be 1 ear. Do your 2 chain as usual, as I like to keep it secure. Get your scissors, cut your yarn, using your hook, pull it up, and then using your nail, bring it down. So now you have 1 ear finished. So for the next ear, what you're going to do is you're going to count back 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to be working into that one there. So I'm just going to do my slip knot. Just going to do my slip knot here. Okay. Alright, take that out. I just wanted to keep my finger on the chain that I'm going to be working into. So hook in, yarn over, bring the yarn, sorry, I think I went off screen there. So hook in, yarn over, bring the yarn through, bring the yarn through this one, because you're doing your slip knot. Give your yarn a bit of a tug. What I do then is I get the tail and have the tail on this side. So like before, you're going to count over 3, 1, 2, 3, and in here you're going to do your 7 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually quite difficult for me to actually crochet slowly. I actually look very awkward. I think I look very awkward. So I think this is number 7. I'll just check. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we're going to count 3. 1, 2, 3. And into the third one, we're going to slip stitch, bring it through, do your 2 chain like you did before. Now on this one, I'm going to leave a good piece of yarn because I'm going to use this for actually joining the 2 teddy bears together, the back and the front. So that's one side. So now you have to do the second side exactly the same as that. So in my contrasting colour here, I'm going to do the snout. I'll do the snout for you so you'll see it. It's the same. It's actually just the first 2. It's exactly what you did here, the first 2 rounds. But I'll do one anyway. So you do your magic ring. So put your yarn facing you, bring it around, cross it, hold it, and then just under your little finger, just hold it gently. Get your hook. I put the hook upside down when I'm doing this just to grab it. I bring it forward, I turn it, and then I go back under this one, turn it, and then bring it through. Now sometimes it can be a bit tight. If you pull it too tight, it can actually be difficult to actually get it through, as you can see there. Then I let go what I was doing, put my yarn on this side. I'm using a colour changing wool here for this, just to do the snout. So I have my 1 chain done here. So now I'm working on the side that has the 2 pieces of yarn, not the side that doesn't have it. So we're going to do our half trebles like we did before. And we are going to do 10 half trebles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to get the small piece of yarn that you have here, and you're going to pull it closed tightly. So then slip stitching into your 1 chain, slip stitch through the 2, 1 chain up, and into the same chain space I'm going to do the first half treble, and after this you do 2 half trebles into each. That's 1, so you 2 into that, 2 into that one, 2 into the next one. So in this round you're doing your 2 into each, the top of each chain from the previous round. So 2 into each one. So that's 2 half trebles. Now when I'm joining my teddy bear, I don't actually cut the yarn that I have that's surplus, that's the excess yarn. What I do is I use that as part of the filling along with the stuffing that I have. So I'm just going to do 2 trebles, or 2 half trebles into this one, and 1 into just this piece here, just to close it over, and then slip stitch, bring it through, 2 chain as usual, scissors, and then I'm going to leave a good piece of yarn because we're going to be using this to sew it onto your teddy bear's face, and then pull through. Get your nail and bring it down. So that's what you need. You need 2 of these, back and the front, and you need this for the snout. So I have one here ready to rock. I don't know whether I showed you as well. You actually need stuffing. This is actually stuffing out of the inside of one of those a pillow. It's the hyperallergenic pillows. So it's the stuffing that I get out of the pillows, which is great. I find it fantastic. I use it to stuff everything. So that's what you're going to need. Now, with your teddy bear, what you do is you just, with the pieces of your yarn that you have left over, I have sewn these in here. As you can see, I've left a little bit here because I don't want to dangle out too much. So what I've done is I've tightened it up. So I pulled the yarn tight. I went back around in between my stitches, came out here, then I'd go into the one, when I came out here, I'd go into the one next to it, and then I'd go back around, do the same, back around a few times until it's very secure. I did the same with the ears. As you can see, I brought the ears, the piece from the yarn from the ears down and left it inside. So this one, I have one piece that of the teddy bear that I have excess yarn on. The other one I don't have any excess yarn on. As you can see, the tails aren't too big, but what I did was I just leave the tails on the inside because I'm going to use that to stuff it. So okay, for the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a piece of black yarn, because I'm going to actually do the snout first. So with my scissors, cut a piece of yarn that's big enough for to do the snout. With my darning needle, I get my darning needle. Some people fold it in half like this, pull it up, and then insert it into the hook. I always fold over my yarn because I find it's much easier. Your yarn doesn't break when you put it through the needle. Then I use the yarn, this is the way I actually close my knot, bring it around, and then I roll it with my fingers, and then I pull it down, and then you'll see I have a little knot in it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one, this tail, as you can hear down the bottom. So in here, working from the back, I'm going to go into the one that's just one up. So it'll be the outside half treble, and you're going to go up to here. So the other side of it, straight up, direct, straight up. So on the back, you have where your knot was. So what I do is I put my needle in through. I'll show you. I'll just cut this little bit off here so you can see. So that's where my knot was that I just made. So I put my needle in there, and that actually secures it on the back. So you only do this, the bar going up first. You only do that once. You don't do it any more than once. So from the back, go over here to this side. Let me see how big I did the last one. We go to this one here. Go here to the next one, okay? So put your hook in, your needle up through here, and then on the opposite side, so you would have went to here, so you're going to go into here. Just make sure that they're even to there. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go in and out of that 2 or 3 times. That's all you have to do, just till it makes it look like a snout. Okay. There you go. And on the back, just put your needle underneath a few times. Make sure it's secure underneath. Bring it through. Now you can leave that there as well if you want, and you can use all that to put onto the front of your nose of your bear, so you can see what it's going to look like. So just get your pieces of yarn, roll them up as much as you can, put them at the back of your teddy bear's nose here. So this is going to be placed at this part here, right at the very middle center of your teddy bear. So the very first, like the last round of half trebles that you have done. So place that there. Now don't worry about all the little things sticking out. You can sew all those back in. So I'll just put that there. Now you can use your stitch markers and stuff to actually hold it in place. I'm not going to do that for the purpose of this video. So don't worry about all the teddy bear stuff coming out at the moment. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into this one beside it, into the line. You can follow the line around. The line around is actually quite easy. And then out up through this one, into the next one, making sure that your teddy bear's, the head of it, the nose, the snout is the right way around until you get to about here. And then what I want you to do is just make sure that it's correct, it's right, you like it, it's in the right place. Stick in all your little tails that you have at the back with the snout. Now you can move the snout, you can move it that you want it. You might want to have it a little bit chubbier. So into, try and go in between each of your chains. Working all the way around. This actually got caught here, look, the back of all my little threads that I'm telling you not to worry about. So if you want, you can add a little bit of stuffing in there as well, just to puff it out a little bit. Just give it a little bit more of a okay. So we're there, into the next one. Sorry, didn't realise I was off camera there. Into the next one, and up into the next one. And literally, you just sew it in all the way around. So just going from the back to the front and the front to the back in between each chain, that's all you do. And then you can puff and put your stuff, make sure all your stuffing and everything is in there. And then into the next one, to here, and then back down to where you started. Now you have your teddy bear snout. Now you can pull that a little bit tighter if you want, and it'll pull it into place. Leave your teddy bear snout down a little bit, and then in the back, working your needle around, trying not to catch the wool that you've already had there. Just do that once or twice, just to make sure. Okay, so that's the snout. Now I'm going to do the eyes. So just grab yourself another piece of yarn. I wonder if I would add enough for that one. Another piece of yarn, bring it through. I tie, do my little knot at the end. Okay. So copying your teddy bear where you have it before, on either side of the snout, just above it, is where you're going to do your eyes. So you can pick a spot here, I think. Pull it through, and then where I have my knot from before, you can see I'm going to insert my needle in through the yarn, and that holds it into place for me. And then you just come do that a few times as well. Now you can have your teddy bear eyes round. You can put in safety eyes if you like. I don't actually like the safety eyes. I found that they do come out, so I don't find them very safe at all. Okay, so you have one eye done. So basically you go across to the other side. I'll check out that it's in the same. Yeah, I think that's about even. And then you do your other teddy bear eye. Now you can make your teddy bear eyes chunkier if you want. So you can do them rounder, or you can do them, I just find that this one is just very simple to do. And then at the back of your yarn, you just sew in like you did before, pull it through a few times just to make sure that it's secure and it's not going to unravel. Okay, so now you have the front of your teddy bear's face finished. You get your one from the back that you have. So with this one, just make sure all your yarns are all out of the way, whichever end your teddy bear, the longest string is. Okay, so with the longest one, I'm going to start off with this one. I have it at the top. So holding your two teddy bear together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this one at the back, pull it, and then back into this one. And I'm just going to sew in between, making sure that I catch both of the chains on both sides, and literally go in from one to the other all the way around, making sure that your teddy bear is even and that you're not off with your sewing. Oops. So you go around as much of this as you possibly can. All the way around. Sewing it in. Sew through the chains at the top. You'll actually find where the gaps are for the chains. And it makes it a lot, well, it should make it a lot easier for you to sew. So you do this all the way around. Now when you have half your teddy bear sewn like this, you can get all the strings that you have there and just shove them inside, but you don't want those sticking out. Just shove them inside because we're not going to stuff it yet till we have another bit of it done. So back through here, making sure that it's even. Now if you wanted to, what you could do is add on, you know, like the face cloth that I did in a tutorial. You could actually do the face cloth bottom, and then you could sew that into the middle of your teddy bear. And then if you wanted to give it to a child, they could have it as like a little blankie with a teddy bear stuck on it in the middle of it. Okay, so I'll just do a little bit more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get I'll just take my needle out for the moment. I'm going to get my stuffing and with my finger stuff it up into the ear. Don't forget to do your ears. And then with all the tails that you have in it, that has helped plump it out too. So just make sure that the stuffing is even inside. Okay, don't forget the little bit for the ear here that you have. Probably use a little bit more. I want this ear to be, okay, get rid of that. Put my yarn back into my darning needle, and then just make sure that it's all inside. So finish off. Finish off sewing up your teddy bear ear. And then back to the start here. Yep. What I like to do is just go through through these ones again, just once or twice. And then I normally come up through here. The stitch that you've worked on underneath, I just catch that and do another little chain on it, a little knot, and bring it through up to the next one, and then just bring it out anywhere. Okay, and then with your hook, with your sorry, not with your hook, with your darning needle, you can just fill out your bear. So there you go. There's your little teddy bear face cut off your tail. Any little bits that are sticking out, just put them together. So now there you have 2 little teddy bears. So I hope that tutorial was of use to you, and until the next time, I shall talk to you. Bye.